Hey everybody, do you know what's about to happen? I do.
It's a tiny tight show. What you know about pro wrestling? Tune in, get a lesson in a little MMA. Got a question? Throw it our way. A suggestion? Listen to the podcast with some bomb gas. RVD, no, we won't pass. Makes me so mad when Big Show's sad. I just can't believe the acting. It's the last thing I wanna see, but Mae Young fasting, crashing through a table. You're overreacting, not another stable. Tiny tight show, moose knock, don't give a fuck. Crispin one. I'm Zach Selleck, Mike Batchelor. Start the show, brother.
And we're live. It's the Tiny Tight Show for the week of March 3rd. We're in March already.
It's March and it's still cold and it's still snowy here in Canada.
Worst winter ever.
Yeah, but it's been pretty sweet because I'm a skier, so I got the pass. So I've been going all the time, going skiing down the slope, shredding the powder.
So you've been doing the shh, then the shh, then the shh.
Exactly. That's exactly what I look like. And I make that noise. I don't make the noise with the skis, though. I make the noise with my mouth when I'm doing it.
And you're just standing online, and Amanda's just embarrassed to be with you. Sorry, wifey AC's embarrassed to be with you.
Yeah, I'm on the chairlift, go shoo, 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 and I make noises for people when they're coming down. I make the sound effects, and I do their little inner voice, like I'm so good at skiing. Everybody on the chairlift is watching me right now.
Like we used to do at Future Shop back in the day when the managers were having their little meetings.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you put the voices in for them. It's pretty fun.
Oh no, I better not hit this tree. Oh!
Better hit the PSP percentage, or Heath Cack is going to be coming after me.
So you've been doing a lot of skiing this week?
Yeah, I went skiing twice. It was really, really cold, and there was whiteouts. So, driving down the road, and literally there's so much snow that you can't see the car in front of you. So the car in front of me was gracious enough to put on the four-ways. So I could see, yeah. So, but
the weather this week's been somewhere between Hoth and Santa Claus's Workshop.
Yeah, what was between what?
Hoth, like from Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't get some references. I won't get some references. I won't get.
That was a pretty nerd reference. So.
Not saying it. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Not as nerdy as my dinosaur riding a meteor T-shirt, like Dr. Strangelove. So.
Yeah, that's pretty nerdy because I have no idea what you just said to me.
I don't know what you said, little kid, but I feel you.
I feel you from the bottom of my heart. I feel you. So anyway, so if anyone could get that reference, email the tinytightshow@gmail.com.
That's right.
gmail.com.
Woo!
Okay, so I've been skiing. What else have I done this week? I missed Raw, unfortunately, so Mr. Mike Batch will have to tell me about Raw. But what I did in the meantime, I went to National Geographic Live. So what's that, you might ask, because I didn't know when I got the tickets. I got the tickets. I bought them for my dad and my brother for Christmas, and it's a speaker, like a photographer, like a speaking thing. So you go to this big auditorium, and some guy who used to take pictures for National Geographic, who's been on all these crazy, awesome nature adventures, talks about all his fun times. So I thought it was fantastic. It's a little bit more. He wasn't preaching about like saving the animals or anything like that, but.
And then I went to the rainforest and stayed the spotted monkey because they're going extinct.
Yeah. He had a funny voice too. I didn't know what to expect, but he kind of a little bit of a lisp or a slur or something like that.
Okay, I can't do that kind of. I'm very limited in my voice.
Yeah, but I'll tell you the funniest story, guys. Okay, we'll get into the wrestling soon. I promise.
We talk wrestling on the show?
Tiny tights, really, about moose knucks and just tight packages and bulges and. Okay, so the best story from National Geographic Live was, I forget where he was, but there's all these like wild pigs, wild boars, and one of them killed a wild boar, and the wild boar got so angry that they They went back in the bush. They circled around. I don't know how long it took for them to circle around, but they gathered up all their friends. They gathered up all their wild boar buddies, came back in like hundreds in a swarm, and they were out for revenge.
And they formed a flash mob, and they started dancing.
All the guys had to jump into the trees because that's the only way you can get away from them is you can't outrun them. So you got to jump in the tree and climb real fast. One guy didn't climb fast enough, and he literally got eaten by this swarm of wild boar. Eaten, and they had to go around the forest and collect body parts, pick up the little pieces that they could find, barely anything left of them, and take it back to the cabin. And they were obviously sad for a little while, but that was pretty crazy. I just pictured the conversation that the boars had when they got back to camp, like when they're all pissed off. They're like, "Steve, you will not believe it. They just killed
bro. Did you see what they did?
We are angry. We're gonna go back and we're gonna get them." So yeah,
we're gonna get some Red Bull. We're gonna get some of our bros, and we're gonna fuck this shit up.
We're gonna get some cocaine.
Yeah.
Just high on cocaine, these boars come back for freaking revenge.
Coked out boars with Joe Rogan.
Yeah, it's like a show, and Joe Rogan's doing the voiceover. Look at the boars coming in, full steam, full steam.
Oh my God, this is crazy! I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah, that's a great story. I went with my dad and my brother, good time. So obviously, anytime you get to hang out with fam, it's a good time. So
now, when you texted me that you went to National Geographic Live, I had this image of like it's this theater production and people are dancing like dressed as like really bad cheetahs and that kind of stuff.
No, yeah, there's none of that, and there's no live animals. There's no animals. We just kind of talked about and they had a question period, and I don't know if everyone knows this on the Tiny Tight show, but love Bigfoot. I believe in Bigfoot. So when it came to question time, they gave you a piece of paper. They didn't give you a pen, so all we could find. My dad works construction, so it was like one of these like pencils that like there's no end on it, and like it's a construction pencil.
Yeah.
So we got this card, and like my brother writes like, "Is there a Bigfoot?" or like is there evidence of Bigfoot? Like he tried to make it sound like a question at least that they would try to ask, but it was funny because the pencil looked so like amateur, right? It looked like because it wasn't sharpened or anything like that.
Is there a Bigfoot?
They didn't answer it. They didn't ask. They didn't ask a question. Either the lady who brought the little piece of paper to them like was like, "Oh no, I'm not bringing this to them," or the lady brought it to them and they're like, "No, we're not going to get him to answer this question." I really wanted to know. I really wanted to know what he thought.
Yeah, he reads the question and says, "No, Bigfoot does not exist." Bullshit.
Fuck you.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was my Monday night. Instead of Raw, I think his name was Joel Sartore. So JoelSartore. So if anyone wants to Google Joel Sartore, that's who the wild boar story came from. So
Joel Sartore sounds like a jobber from the 1970s.
Oh, I thought of a
Enhancement talent.
What do you think of this wrestling name? Like, I thought of this while I was there. Grizz Lee.
It's not like Grizzly Redwood, the Littlest Lumberjack.
But like his last name's Lee. He could be Asian.
He's an Asian Wolfman. Grizzly.
Grizzly.
I like it. And he's got like a ninja gimmick. So he comes in the kung fu pants with like the furry mask. He's an Asian kung fu Bigfoot. It's gold, Jerry. It's gold. So I guess we should start talking about the wrestling. It's been a huge week this week. WWE launched their network.
They launched the network. Somehow you, as a Canadian, have it, so that's sweet.
Purely speculation. I may or may not have access to it, as we like to say. The multiverse provides, and let's leave it at that. because I want to still may or may not have this network.
Mm-hmm.
They start hammering down. But wise man, what was it? The old saying, "Wise man waits till the kinks are actually kind of ironed out." But there's something to be said to, like, I was there day one. I was there complaining about, this is bullshit. It's raising and locking.
You should write in a little diary just to make sure like you don't forget any of like the little minute details. Go in your autobiography.
So when I may or may not have tried to sign up, it started like 9 a.m. That's when the sign up started.
Yeah.
The site was crashed. You couldn't even get on any information on it.
Yeah.
Then
like,
when you did,
like you couldn't even go to sign up.
No. It would just time out. And then once you got your information in, and you go to click on PayPal, because fuck credit cards, then that would time out. So I'm like, fuck it. So then I tried again, or may not have tried again, around 2 o'clock, and it was no problem.
At 2 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just maybe too much stress at one time.
Yeah, because it's Major League Baseball's network, their streaming network, that's doing all this. And they weren't even prepared for like all the wrestling fans, millions of wrestling fans trying to sign up at once.
Wow. Well, so they're using MLB, like the MLB Media Center thing?
Yeah, their streaming service.
Interesting.
So it's going really unbelievably well.
Yeah.
A little bit of a setup to do for the PS3, PS4.
Mm-hmm.
But works perfectly fine. Works great on PC.
Mm-hmm.
They were having a lot of issues the first night of once they turned like the network on.
Mm-hmm.
Per se, of like the streaming feed would, like the live feed would just like freeze and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they have every single WWE pay-per-view, every single WCW pay-per-view, every single ECW pay-per-view, which is fucking amazing because I'm an old school ECW guy.
Brings back some memories.
Oh man, it's just the first barely legal pay-per-view of the Dudleys and Rob Van Dam and Jerry Lynn and Lance Storm and Homicide and Punk and Cabana. You weren't there, Homicide. I was in ECW. No, you weren't. But yeah, it works pretty
good. You were
good.
just in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
Oh yeah, I wasn't wrestling yet. They have a couple of old school episodes. They have some really old Eastern Championship Wrestling episodes, back when Paulie Dangerously was managing Jimmy Snuka, and Snuka was heel.
So how many pay-per-view? Well, how many have you like started to watch, and how many do you think you've watched in full?
One.
You've watched one in full. Which one?
I actually watched the live feed of WrestleMania 1. That was the first on the, because they just put like all the like on the streaming that. Like, it's the same shows over and over the course of a day because there's not that much stuff on the network. So they before Raw on the Monday, they had the entire first WrestleMania. I sat and watched that, and I felt like I was 10 years old again.
Okay, so they actually have some sort of like live feed going constantly?
Yep.
As well as you can click on whatever you want?
Yeah, it's really two services on one. So there's a 24-hour live streaming channel.
Okay.
And then there's the on-demand stuff. But the cool thing is, like, they have like the program guide. So if they say it's WrestleMania 15, then that countdown show, then main event, and that's what's gonna be on for the next 6 hours. You can just click on main event and watch it now. You don't have to wait for it. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's interesting. Right on. Yeah, I'm excited for to get in on this action. So how much did it end up costing?
It's $10 a month for the first 6 months.
Yeah.
So they'll probably, I can see them raising it like to $15 a month after that.
And like for you, other than having some sort of like IP thing, there's no additional cost.
No, it's just pay for your Unblock-US.
Yeah, that's it. Cool.
Which we may or may not support on the show.
Yeah. So how many do you think you've just started or flipped through?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I had to go on World War III where they had the mummy, or no, the Yeti. Remember that?
No, I don't. Yeti?
When the Hogan, yeah, there's a wrestler called the Yeti. It was just like a guy just does like as a giant mummy. He was part of the Dungeon of Doom, with Giant, Kevin Sullivan, and Brutus Beefcake, and Zodiac, and Kamala, and all that.
What year is this? No, I don't think I was watching that. That's time.
It's wrestle crap at its best. Just this big friggin' tall guy. It was Ron Reese who was part of the Raven's flock.
Okay, yeah, I
The
remember.
big guy?
Mhm.
Well, he's this big guy, but he's got these small arms, so he looks like a fucking dinosaur. And they just wrapped him up like a mummy, and he shambled up to the ring. And Giant had Hogan in a bear hug, and Yeti went on the other side, so it was like looks like he was raping Hogan. And this was in the middle of a match.
This is for NWO?
This was pre-NWO, yeah.
Yeah, must have been.
Yeah. They have all the World War III pay-per-views there, so that was like the 3-ring battle royals. I miss those.
Mm-hmm.
It was such a clusterfuck, but
Yeah, I don't know. So, what about any legend shows? Have they started yet?
there's a couple on there, Legends of the Ring. So because it's on a free trial for a week, they're gonna add a lot of stuff when the free trial is done.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like they have one episode of World Class, like that Kerry Von Erich promotion,
Mm-hmm.
like from Texas.
Oh, I was thinking, sorry, maybe like the Legends House.
Oh, it hasn't started yet. They don't have that on.
No.
They just put it Countdown and that WrestleMania show. Those have been the only first like new product.
Okay.
But it's pretty funny. Like when you're watching the live feed, they have little bumpers that are on like network TV, so you can just see the Usos going, "Hey!" and then Raw starts 10 minutes. Or Roman Reigns just appears out of nowhere, like it has a little thing in the corner, just like that. So
Yeah,
those are.
cool.
The other kind of cool thing they're doing between episodes, when they got time to kill, they're putting old wrestler vignettes. So like they had like Scott Hall's old Razor Ramon coming soon promos, like when he's just in full tilt Scarface accent on the streets of Miami.
Cool.
Like, oh, I remember that.
Yeah, so talk transition to maybe into some Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, so Elimination Chamber was, should we say the Disappointment Chamber was on Sunday night,
Mm-hmm.
the night before they launched the network.
Mm-hmm.
Very strong pay-per-view. Did you see the Wyatts versus the Shield match?
I saw them. I think I saw them face off, and then I don't know what happened to me. Like I had the best dinner in my life or something because I passed out early. All these like potatoes and this big roast, and asparagus, and I would just pass right out. I don't know what happened to me.
Wifey AC drugged you.
Yeah, I got G'd up.
Yes. I won't even touch that. Yeah, great, a really amazing match. Back and forth. Crowd was into it, and this is awesome.
Mhm.
Like full tilt back. Like you got to see the match. It was like the best match of the night. At one point, Reigns and Bray Wyatt were fighting through the crowd to the back,
Mhm.
and then Bray Wyatt comes back to the ring and was like, "Where the fuck's Dean Ambrose?" And eventually the Wyatts just triple teamed Roman Reigns, and
Where'd he go? Where'd Ambrose go?
that was the question. So again, just to kind of further along, I'm pretty sure they'll be in a triple threat match at Mania.
Yeah, that kind of makes
Shield.
sense. Eventual breakup. A good time to break them up.
Oh yeah. Other than that, the only thing it was really we're talking about is the main event of the Elimination. Christian, a lot of people think Christian should have been in that match, but he worked his fucking ass off that match.
Yeah, there was some speculation that he was going to be taken out of the match before it happened, right? So they left him in, and yeah, he worked his ass off. How did Cesaro do?
Oh, dude, he looked like $1 million fucking bucks. A lot of good, impressive spots. Like he didn't actually eliminate anybody. Where Christian actually eliminated Sheamus.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they're going to be working a feud, so we may see Sheamus versus Christian at WrestleMania.
Yeah, because Christian's coming out. Bad guy kind of looks like a little smaller version of Magnus coming out.
And JBL loves him now.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, at one point, Randy Orton was the last person out of the chamber. Big surprise.
Yeah.
And everyone just realized, so let's all quadruple team him.
Mm-hmm.
So he hides back into he goes back into the pod and locks himself in the pod. And Sheamus kicks the glass and breaks the pod to get him out.
That's a cool spot. Yeah.
That was a really cool spot.
Yeah. You can tell if you're still getting into it. Yeah, that's good. That's exciting.
Final two were Daniel Bryan versus Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
And Kane came out and interfered, and Randy Orton is still champion. And the reaction to the crowd wasn't boo. It's like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Just disappointed.
What do you people expect though? Like
Yeah.
I went in thinking that, so I don't know why people get so bent out of shape about it, right?
Yeah.
What? Like, I have a quick question for you. What do you think about Kane? Because I think I've seen him wrestle now, and he comes out in the wife beater and the slacks now. So what do you think about that?
Well,
Have
he
you
looks
seen
like
that?
he looks like the CZW wrestler, the wife beater.
I don't know. I don't like the slacks. I don't know. I don't mind the wife
No?
beater, but maybe like it's when you're wrestling. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just not feeling the whole Kane. I'm not feeling corporate Kane.
I'm enjoying Corporate Kane. I don't like the slacks.
I don't know. Might have
Hashtag
something else to do.
don't like the slacks.
Yes. He needs like little UPN, like UPS business guy shorts.
So not much else to talk about. Elimination Chamber. Quick little side note. Talk about hashtags. Did you see the Jimmy Fallon? Any?
Yeah, the hashtag sketch.
Yeah, he did the one with Timberlake and the one with Jonah Hill. Now, did you see the Jonah Hill one?
No, I missed out the Jonah Hill one.
Good, that's good. Everyone, check that out if you haven't seen that one yet. Have you seen any of the Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show yet as a new host?
Good. So good. He's doing a great job.
I like. Some people don't like his like nervous energy or something, but I really enjoy. I don't know, because he's doing like little games with people. I guess I hadn't seen a lot of his show before, but he's probably doing the same kind of thing.
Oh, it's the exact same show, just an hour early. And did you see Jay Leno showed up on Arsenio of all things? His first appearance from the Tonight Show. Yeah. So Arsenio's doing his monologue, and Jay Leno just sneaks up behind him and grabs him. Right? Arsenio didn't know he was going to be there.
trying to steal his job.
Yeah. It's like, oh shit, it's Leno. And Leno just brought out this envelope and says they asked me to read this, that your show's been renewed for a second year.
Cool.
And I'll be taking it over. Oh, I know it'd be good. It'd be Arsenio and Jay, and
that's pretty good.
I got two desks, and they can choose where they sit, and I can talk about my cars. And
okay, moving on. We went to let's go to Monday Night Raw. So that's where I was at National Geographic, and you were possibly watching it live, possibly not. But
I was watching it live. Dana Bryan the authorities coming to the arena like earlier today, and Daniel Bryan's all, "What's your problem? What is your problem?" And just getting in Triple H's face. I want you at Mania. I will fight you at WrestleMania. And Triple H is like, Daniel, remember we had this conversation, A-list talent, B-list talent. Calm down. So, yeah, it looks like we're going to have Daniel Bryan versus Triple H at Mania. Thanks, Punk.
Yeah. I was thinking about that. So, even if they're talking about making the main event a three-way, so Randy Orton, Batista versus someone else.
Yes, because now...
And they're making Daniel Bryan versus Triple H. Who are they going to put in that third spot? Cena?
Well, unless Hell froze over and Punk comes back to this Monday in Chicago, and then he wrestles Triple H at Mania, then Daniel Bryan goes in that spot. Because as of right now in that main event, you have two heels. That's your main event.
And he's playing off as a heel. Like on SmackDown, he's playing a heel. Like...
They had no choice, because that was the funniest thing at Elimination Chamber. They were chanting Bootista.
You even texted me that, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I was on the ground, Bootista. Del Rio's never been that over before.
Probably some C chants.
Yeah, I guess we should, because Del Rio was being the dirty heel at Elimination Chamber, like selling like the neck brace and had a crutch and things like that. And he wasn't even in his wrestling tights.
Yeah.
And then he just starts beating the shit out of Batista with the crutch, and the crowd is going crazy. And then Batista won, and then they were booing him again. But watching, before we start talking about NXT Rival, which was fucking amazing, during the Divas match of Paige and Emma, the crowd was chanting "better than Batista." I was dying, because the second that Regal and the other commentators caught on to what the two were chanting, they went silent for 30 seconds because they were all laughing so hard. They had to mute the commentators' mics. So let's get back to
Yeah,
So,
you're back to Raw. Back to Raw.
Yeah. So I have no idea what they're going to be doing. We'll know Monday.
We'll see. Oh yeah, we're kind of talking about potential WrestleMania main events here with the. I agree. Like it makes sense. Like CM Punk, it would be a great spot for him to be in. I'd say like maybe he will get his way because of what happened. Like it's possible. It's possible he might get his way.
If Punk's not there, then I think we mentioned it on last show. They have to tease it. They have to have the lights go out. Like Triple H needs to be in the ring. Lights have to go out. Code of Personality hits. The music has to hit, and then you just see someone in a hoodie with his legs crossed on stage, and everything. Oh shit, it's Punk. Then Barrett comes out and like, oh, I've got some bad news. Heat, the white hot heat. If you think CM Punk's gonna be here tonight, I've got some bad news.
That's cool. That's cool.
And just have Triple H laugh and laugh and laugh. And then that's when Punk comes through the crowd to attack Triple H. How amazing would that be?
That'd be great. It'd be great. Sounds fantastic.
I just love the image of Barrett in the hoodie, whips the hoodie down, and that's his, it's me, Austin. It was me all along.
That's good.
But that's awesome, so it's not going to happen.
Yeah, so we'll see. Yes, you talked about it's Raw. It's going to be on. It might have been passed by the time you hear this, but it'll be in Chicago.
Yeah, it's, tomorrow. So by the time it starts, we usually have the show up on Tuesdays. So
so it'll be right past, but it'll be in Chicago, and we may or may not see CM Punk. We'll probably not see him, but if that proposed what we just talked about happens, that'd be fantastic.
You heard it here first. That means they tapped into my my Google Plus feed.
Yeah, they're one of the five listeners to the show.
Vince McMahon's part of the Illuminati that controls the internet.
Yes.
As much as he hates the internet wrestling community. I guess we should talk about Cena's injury on Monday.
Yeah, he's got attacked by the Wyatts.
And I thought he fucked up his knee. But evidently that was not the case. It's a work. But now speculation is that he had like a bad groin tear.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so...
probably from all the steroids he took to recover from his injury, right?
Or it was one of the Bellas tearing his groin.
No.
Or both.
No. She wouldn't cheat on Daniel Bryan. No.
Okay.
Not even in Bree mode.
So that happened this week, and main events of, I guess, the true main event of WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar versus Taker.
Ooh, that's gonna be great. That's so exciting.
Hey, did you see the clip?
Yeah. I watched SmackDown where they replayed the showed a little montage, little vignette. That'd be my dream job, guys. I really like video editing.
Mm-hmm.
If I could, I've always been watching wrestling for a long time. That's awesome. I would love to get I don't even know if they have a 1-man staff or like an 8-man or a 20-man staff, but it'd be sweet to be on.
You just want a job at the enhancement center.
I just want a job with in the video room with all the videotapes everywhere, and I could go through it.
So
chop it up.
Here's what you do: you get a job as a janitor. You sneak in there at night, edit some shit.
Yeah. Then leave it on their desktop.
And meanwhile, they have cameras all over the place that go to Connecticut. What the hell's that janitor doing in filming promos in the mirror?
Hey, I'll cut a promo on the security camera.
Yeah. So yeah.
As Grizzly.
As Grizzly.
Asian Yeti. Ninja.
Asian Yeti Luchador Ninja. So what do you think of the segment? How it went off with Taker putting the pen through Lesnar's hand?
See, as a montage, I only got the angle they wanted me to see, so I didn't get to see it.
Yeah. So basically,
I don't know how legit it came off when in real time.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Lesnar comes out with Heyman and says that the Authority has given them an open contract. He can wrestle anyone he wants at WrestleMania, but Brock Lesnar thinks that's a consolation prize. So they were getting ready to leave. Then the gong hits. Taker comes out, looks at Mania, and Lesnar just tucks it out, grabs the pen, signs it, slides it over to Taker, and as Lesnar's hand was on the thing, Taker just takes the pen and puts it right through Lesnar's hand. Then chokeslams him through the table, and the place went nuts.
Yeah, I saw that part, but yeah, I just wanted to know how legit that looked when in real time, because he probably just went to the side, but it looked good.
Well, the referee were holding it on his hand with a bandage around it, like oh shit, he really put it into his hand. So that'll be the story they tell in the match for him attacking his hand or all that fucking match.
Yeah, maybe that's probably a good call.
Yep.
Yeah, so that'll be exciting because it's actually adds some unpredictability. He's still gonna go over. Undertaker. You still know he's gonna go over, but still adds a little bit of intrigue because it is Brock Lesnar. How vicious he is, how competitive he is. Undertaker's gonna have to go through a war to win that one for sure.
Absolutely. Ziggler actually put a good promo on the internet site that a lot of the talent was told there's no room at WrestleMania. So he kind of had a little mini pipe bomb, just saying that's not fair and blah, 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 all this big talent. Again, building into his match later on with Bootista, which he got squashed at on SmackDown.
I don't think it's a complete squash.
Oh, no, I heard it was a squash. I hadn't seen SmackDown.
No, yeah, I watched it. I don't think it's a complete squash.
Yep.
He got a little bit of offense in.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looked good compared to Bootista, obviously.
Well, there's still a speculation they may be making Miz and Ziggler a tag team, which isn't the worst idea.
Yeah. I don't know, I forget what we were just talking about, but I don't know if we want to go on a Ziggler tangent, but what else was he saying, kind of thing?
Oh, just that kind of thing. Just to give if you'll just look it up on YouTube, it's one of the first videos on their YouTube feed. Let's talk a little bit about NXT Arrival. This is with their first. I think this is their beta test of how it's going to work with streaming content, live events, because they had a pre-show with before Raw and the pay-per-view, like they always do. They just put it directly on the network. So they had a pre-show of Heyman, Bret Hart, and Kevin Nash. And Nash had no fucking idea why he was there. He looked drunk. Renee Young was chairing the panel, and she's like, they were talking. A video package for the Ascension came up, and she asked Kevin Nash about the Ascension, and he had no idea who the fuck the Ascension was. But they're a top tag team, and they're powerful, and they're blah blah blah. You're so full of shit, Nash.
Yeah, he probably has no idea.
And Bret Hart had pages of notes that he didn't even get to.
He's so prepared, probably so boring. He had to pull out his glasses to read his notes.
4 out of 10. The event was actually really damn good. They started the show with Cesaro versus Zayn, and a lot of people
started the show.
That started the show.
Wow.
And everyone thought it was a 2 out of 3 falls match, but it was only 1 fall.
Why would they think that?
Because everyone heard rematch, and that was their big match. That was match of the year last year. Was Cesaro versus Zayn 2 out of 3 falls?
Yeah.
So everyone thought it was a rematch, but then when Cesaro won, it was like, oh, but it was a good match, and Zayn was they did the spot where Zayn went for that El Generico type dive through the tornado through the turnbuckles. When he does the running, and tornado DDT's the guy. So Zayn is halfway through, and Cesaro just fucking uppercuts him while he's caught in the actual.
Oh, nice.
It's so sick. It was amazing. And
did you happen to see the Zayn Cesaro promo from NXT with Renee Young in the middle? It was really, really long and awkward.
Oh, was it?
Oh my gosh! Cesaro was saying words wrong, and it was just it was awkward. And Renee Young was right in the middle, and I don't know. It was kind of neat, kind of because of different kind of style or format to the interview, but it was just awkward.
Yeah.
But
so the
Cesaro won.
Yeah, because the rivalry is all about respect. Like Zayn wants Cesaro's respect. So it's after the match because Cesaro wins. Because again, they're building him like fucking crazy. He left the ring, then he goes back in and he gives Zayn a big hug and says something into his ear, and then just laughs. And after the post-match stuff, they asked Cesaro, "What did he say to Zayn?" He's like, "Oh, that's private between me and him."
Mm-hmm.
And Zayn said the same thing. The other thing that had me laughing is freaking Tensai is now stuck as a commentator and interviewer on NXT.
Yeah, we talked about this last time, but yeah, he did an all right job. Also saw Alex Riley still there. I think he's doing a really good job. He's pretty well spoken.
They never actually officially made Alex Riley a commentator. He just started hanging out with the commentators because he didn't want to lose his job. And you're a commentator. You're hanging with the commentators.
I don't know. I disagree. I think he has almost like a sportscaster vibe to him. He's almost like a news reporter kind of voice to him. So
yeah,
I disagree.
I think he's done in the ring though.
I think so too. Yeah, he talks about his great rivalry with The Miz. Oh, remember how bad the WWE is, and that was like the main event shit?
When he was Mrs. Bitch.
Oh my gosh, and R-Truth. It was like Cena versus R-Truth in main events, and like.
Yeah, but that actually wasn't bad because R-Truth was crazy.
I don't know, like that was when he was shit. No, I guess he was still alright then, but that was a bad time, man. Alex Riley, Miz, Capital Punishment. That's what the fucking pay-per-view was called. Can't believe I remember that.
Now you can watch that on the WWE Network.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to.
Yeah. The Paige versus Emma match, great match. Stephanie McMahon came out to announce like both women. And again, the crowd chanted better than Bootista, which had me on the floor. Paige won with this really cool scorpion submission. I'm like, fuck, that's Sarah Del Rey right there. She taught her that fucking move.
Yeah.
And main event, that's when the feet started fucking up when the main event hit.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, before that, it was a match between Xavier Woods and Tyler Breeze.
Yeah. Loving Tyler Breeze.
Tyler Breeze is the man.
Zoolander gimmick, right? For sure.
Oh, fuck. You know what? James had the best idea. I'll give James credit for this, because if the first ladder match,
Who's James? Tell me who James. Tell the viewers. Tell the listener who's James is.
My co-host from Multiverse 5, our sister show, our sister podcast. He had the idea.
He works with Wifey AC.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's all layers. It all comes around. So Tyler Breeze's first ladder match he's ever in. The first time he needs to go for that belt, he needs to take out the phone and take a selfie with him with the belt at the top of the ladder. How hilarious would that be?
No, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, James.
Yes.
It's 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Bret Hart gave it a 4, though.
Let me check my notes.
Yes. So the feed fucked up, and every time I tried to hit refresh, it just went back to the beginning of the Tyler Breeze match.
Yeah, so who won? So Tyler Breeze or Woods?
Actually, it didn't even happen because Alexander Rusev came out and laid up both guys.
Oh, okay.
Because they're building him up because he's now on the main roster.
Yeah.
So after I gave the event 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then went back to it and just a rebound, and it was no problem watching the ladder match. Great ladder match. For the first ever ladder match that Adrian Neville was in, it was fucking amazing.
Yeah, so Adrian Neville versus Bo Dallas for the championship. So they've been building this feud up pretty good. Like, Bo Dallas is not your typical heel, but I don't know. I like what he's doing. He's kind of like smarky, I don't know.
Justin Bieber-esque.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Doesn't realize he's a heel.
Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I am waiting for him to show up as Bray Wyatt's idiot younger brother as part of the Wyatts.
That'd be cool. The only thing I don't like about Bo is I think he could add a little pizzazz in the ring a little bit, like maybe a couple of new moves to his moveset or something. I don't know. I
was reading the TV tapings that happened the night after the event. When Bo Dallas was in the ring, the fans were chanting worse than Bootista. I shit you not. I can't wait for that.
That's great.
So great. Now Batista's the barometer of shitty.
Yeah, so what else happened? So Neville won?
Number 1, he is your new NXT champion.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you think they should actually have an NXT match on the main card of WrestleMania?
No.
Why not?
Not if you're gonna like not include Ziggler's and Del Rios and stuff like that.
I think maybe the NXT should be the first match on the card. Kind of like when WCW always had the Cruiserweight match. That's the first match on the pay-per-view.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's the right time or place. I believe on maybe a different pay-per-view, you can have some sort of battle royale for, or maybe a like say it's Neville versus Dallas for a roster spot or a contract on the main roster, on a pay-per-view or something.
Well, actually,
I think that's fine, but not on WrestleMania. I don't think so.
Well, actually, now that there's mainly one title in WWE again because they unified them. They could have a NXT ladder match, Money in the Bank match, and Money in the Bank, and get it back to 2 Money in the Bank matches again.
Yeah, something like that's creative, but not at WrestleMania.
Let's shift gears and talk TNA. A lot of movement on them doing something kind of creative. We got new TNA Tag Team Champions and the Wolves. Don't call them the American Wolves. They are now just the Wolves.
Davey Richards, Eddie Edwards.
Yeah, they beat the Bromans for the TNA Tag Titles at a house show.
What?
Yeah.
See, I'm always a few weeks behind because Spike TV got taken on my package. So I was loving the Bromans, and on a house show.
Yep, because they were going to Japan and they're taping a one-night-only pay-per-view in Japan, and they needed the belts on them for that event. Because at the pay-per-view tapings, they lost the belts right back to the Bromans. So it was just a temporary thing. In a way, it's kind of good because they used to do that back in the day of the territory days, where anything can happen at a house show. That's one of the big problems with WWE house shows. You know nothing's gonna fucking happen.
It doesn't matter though. Like you go. That's not why you go to a house show though. You just go to see your favorite stars. You don't go to see anything crazy happen. All your favorite stars aren't even going to be there.
It's not like a ROH event or a PWG event where everything means something.
Jeez. I guess you could argue that, but
So that happened. We're on the way to Lockdown. We got Jeff Hardy rocking around in a mask, doing creepy promos as Willow.
He's doing that on TV now. I saw the couple promos online, but I didn't see anything on TV. He's doing that on TV now.
I think their next live show will be he'll be up as Willow.
Mm-hmm.
They announced the Great Muta is going to be at Lockdown, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of Japanese, let's segue into Ring of Honor because not much to talk about TNA. We got ROH.
Who do you think? I'll go talk a little bit TNA. Who do you think is the best right now? I'm just loving the little Spud.
Rockstar Spud. Yeah.
MVP got some decent promos.
I like him in his role.
Yeah, he just always seemed like a little slow wrestler to me. That was my always beef. Like he was just like a decent technical wrestler, but just like a tad behind, just a tad slow.
Yes. What else? I like EC3, and I actually tweeted him this week that when he has that snobby faraway look in his eyes, I tweeted him. I like to think that you're thinking about fighting ninjas.
Did you get a response?
No, but I did hashtag EC3 Ninja Fighter. Just had this image of him making Spud dress up as a ninja and just jump out at him when he's not prepared to fight ninjas.
So he's gone over on Sting.
Yep, and he's gonna fight Angle at Lockdown.
Yeah.
Angle finally agreed to be in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
He's not going to go over on Angle, though.
Yeah, maybe. If Angle's on his way out, which is what the speculation is.
I guess it's possible. With Rockstar's blood to help.
Yeah. What else is going on? I guess we're full tilt into the Gunner-James Storm feud because James Storm just turned heel.
Yeah, I'm still not into Gunner. I didn't see his little. I heard he had a little military montage.
That actually was really good.
Did it help you get more into him?
A little bit more, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I still can't get into Gunner. He has no personality. Like he should just be total enforcer type. He's the Tomko.
Top Gun 2014 Gunner.
Yeah, we should move along though. I guess we got time issues if we want to talk about Survivor and.
Oh man, I'm just keeping the show moving. We can talk. We got no time issues.
Yeah, I guess so.
Neither of us got anywhere to be today.
Yeah.
So let's talk ROH. ROH has announced that Border Wars has become International Wars, and we'll be there definitely. Section D.
Section D.
So
is that Ted Reeves again for sure?
Yeah, our shithole, the Ted Reeve. At least a shithole, but it's our shithole.
Like, especially if you know, like, I almost feel embarrassed because, like, if you're bringing over these Japanese guys, you think you would want to at least do it in like half decent like place, not like the Ted Reeve Arena.
Yeah, because it's not like even though it's like they're young boys like Kushida or anything, like it's their top guys like Nakamura. Like I'm stoked to see Nakamura. He's fucking amazing.
Yeah, but I gotta do some research. When is this shit again?
May 10th.
May 10th. So yeah, I got some couple months to.
Well, we'll do
watch some matches.
We'll schedule some production meetings, and I'll bring over some New Japan, and we'll get all educated, as they say. So their top guys, Jushin Liger is going to be there. Okada, their champion. The guy that's like they say the Japanese John Cena because he's been on top for so long, he's going to be there.
Cool.
So that's cool.
Yeah. Heard Steen and Elgin might have got tryouts in the WWE.
Yeah, I heard that too. Hopefully that'll happen.
I think we talked. No, we talked about that last week. You were coming up with names.
Oh yes, we did. Yeah. I'd like to hope they would see something in Steen and sign him, but again, just the family issues and the travel and things like that. So we have to move everybody down to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
But the potential for Steen and Sami Zayn again.
Yeah, like. I read somewhere that they thought someone was like, oh, they won't sign Steen. He was like, he's comparable to Hack. Think Hack and ECW. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, different style wrestlers completely. Like,
yeah.
So I get so frustrated with some of the comments. I don't even respond because I just get I just like, why waste my time?
Exactly. Counterproductive, as they say. So yeah, they haven't announced any matches yet, but New Japan guys are working 2 shows. They're working the Toronto show, then a week later they're at the Hammerstein. So that's gonna be a big deal. I could almost see ROH kind of hot-shotting the title or two to one of the Japanese guys.
Mm-hmm.
So
as a trade-off for coming over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, like, what if Adam Cole lost to fucking one of the top Japanese guys and the ROH title came back? Because I think this isn't just a one-off thing. I think this is a working arrangement between the 2 companies.
Yeah, it would be hard, though, not having a champion. I guess you still have the same dudes. I guess you would have Jay Briscoe's belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There you go.
I gotta go to Japan to get my title back. Bullshit. There's a fucking bullshit. Big man, he won't let me leave the country because of my prize.
Do you see like the other Briscoes like
Mark Briscoe?
Mark Briscoe looks Amish and he's like feuding over a shoe or something. Was it a shoe?
I don't know.
Or a belt or like no a hat.
A hat, yeah, a hat.
Yeah, it made fun of my hat or something. Like talk about like freaking silly feuds.
Oh, I want to see that Briscoe. I want to see one of the Japanese guys take Jay Briscoe's title and just the promos of Mark Briscoe. I ain't going to Japan. I don't like fish. Chicken don't even want to go to Japan.
So there you go. You could have him lose his belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else has been going on? I think that's all that way. So I think it's what's been going on in UFC.
Well, we had the Ronda Rousey fight.
I saw that fight. That was a vicious liver kick.
Yeah, or like a knee, but I'm sorry to correct you, but more like a knee.
Yes.
Yeah, so kneed her in the liver, and she went down. I thought it was a good call.
Do you think Smoke and Herb Dean ended it too soon?
No, I think Smoking Herb Dean ended it correctly.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ronda Rousey beat the other Olympian because it was like Olympian versus Olympian. Sarah McMahon, was that her name? I think so.
I think
and
so.
then there's the second other fight was Daniel Cormier, who is also Olympian. He was supposed to fight Rashad Evans, but Rashad Evans backed out with some sort of injury.
Oh yeah, and the rookie had to take the fight last moment, and it'd be like they were trying to get like a whole Rocky thing, but it didn't quite work out that way.
No, yeah, I guess his name was Patrick Cummings. I never heard of him before, but they were playing off the fact that he was a training partner of Daniel Cormier's, and the fact that I made him cry in training before, and he got whooped.
Oh yeah,
he got whooped fast.
You got to beat. Yeah.
He got beat down. So. Yeah, Cormier, he was a heavyweight, and he beat like Josh Barnett. You know Josh Barnett. He beat some Bigfoot, I think Antonio Silva.
Oh yeah.
And I can't remember who else, but he dropped down to 205. So now he wants to go after John Jones. So that was kind of his like warm-up fight for John Jones, I think, and then that'd be a good fight at 205. Like, I don't think John Jones fought Alexander Gustafsson, and I think it was like match of the year. But this will be like his toughest test, I think.
Nice. I was listening to the Kevin and Bean podcast this week because they're an LA radio morning show, and Joe Rogan was on because he's on there all the time, and he said like there's big things I can't talk about the women's division, but it's going to change everything big time. But I can't talk about it.
Well, as far as I know, they bought this whole female company called Invictus. So they bought this whole company, and they're called strawweight. So like it's like a little bit lighter weight female. So I think they're like 115 or something, 125 or 115. But they're like really smaller girls, and they're gonna have an Ultimate Fighter with all these top level 125 girls. So straw weights or
didn't I hear something about like Cyborg's name came up again or?
Yeah, she was trying to get a fight with Rousey by tweeting Dana White saying like, if I can I'm gonna try to make weight, I'll kick your ass and blah blah blah.
I think she had to get her testicles removed first.
Yeah, she's already been busted for steroids and stuff like that. So
she's bigger than Daniel Cormier.
She probably, yeah. I'd be afraid of her. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's a mean bitch.
Yeah, what else happened? There's some Ultimate Fighter Canada going on, and the Canadians are kicking ass in that.
And they're apologizing after they kick ass because we're Canadian. Yeah, sorry, I just broke your nose, eh?
Let's go for some maple syrup.
Hey.
Go for some maple syrup.
Instead of water in the corner, it's maple syrup.
Probably give you a little sugar rush, yeah.
A little coffee, double.
Tim Hortons. Nice.
That's a good bit. I'm going to remember that.
Yeah. And then what else has happened? Yesterday was like the Tough China finale. Dong Young Kim versus John Hathaway. I didn't see it, but he got apparently a beautiful spinning back elbow. So instead of a spinning back fist, spinning back elbow. So I really want to see the highlight or a GIF of that. That would be cool. Yeah, so check that out. And that's it.
Yeah, before we move on to Walking Dead and Survivor, do you want to take a break for a bit? And then we'll just...
I could just grab a drink. That's about...
So Survivor came back this week for its 11th season.
Yeah, Survivor is a favorite of mine. Jeff Probst, still kicking ass.
So was the hook this year is Brains versus Beauty versus Braun?
Yeah, so the triple Bs. Boobies. Yeah, they got one girl with just giant torturos.
Do tell me about this big-breasted woman.
I got one more to say.
So, okay, who's your picks? Who's the gay guy this year? Who's the guy that's trying too hard?
All the characters. Okay, what characters do we have? We have there's a black gay guy who's really into fashion. He's on the beauty. I'm not sure. Maybe beauty.
So he's hitting all the stereotypes in one.
Yeah. You got who else? You got the big Tartogis. She's on the beauty tribe. You got this cop girl. Yeah, she's my pick right now. Like first episode, this cop girl. I forget where she's from. She kind of got like, curly hair. She seems really smart. She's on the team with this other cop guy who lied to her and said he wasn't a cop, and he's bald headed, but he already found the idol. So yeah. So he's a. I don't think he'll be a threat because they showed a future clip and he tells her that he's a cop, even though she already questioned him. She's like, "Are you a cop?" And he lied to her. So once she finds out that he lied to her, it's done for him. She's gonna vote him off.
She's done. She's.
Yeah.
I want Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman on Survivor.
Oh, there's Cliff Robinson. He's a basketball player, or was a former basketball player, a little bit older now. And there's the president of the Florida Marlins was the first one voted out. So he's he's the president of a baseball team, and he thought he was going to be a leader type guy, and he was first one out. And then another really the guy who thought he was in charge. He thought he was a leader. He got voted out too. So it's pretty funny. He was this big jack guy who was a poker player, and he thought he was in control. Boom! Like it's crazy how the Survivor's so good for that. It's just so unpredictable. You just never know.
Yeah, Big Brother Canada starts up this week too. I haven't really looked into it yet because it didn't apply, but maybe next year. Hashtag Batch on Big Brother. Yeah, I just had this image of like Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman on Survivor at Tribal Council. Anyone that votes for my client, Brock Lesnar, there will be serious repercussions. Brock doesn't say anything in testimonial videos. Goes all Brock on the challenges like, ah! Ripping up trees, throwing them around.
Yeah, that's good. That's funny.
Or they should even just film that for like a fake WWE commercial for a pay-per-view or something like that.
No, that's funny. Yeah, it should be Survivor or SummerSlam maybe.
Or Brock Lesnar on The Bachelor.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, so that's starting. Walking Dead was good this week. Abraham is back, and Abraham is a big deal. So a lot of us who've read the comics are excited to see him.
Is that the orange hair dude?
The guy with the mustache, the army cut type guy, yeah.
Oh man, I was calling him McCheddar.
McCheddar? Why McCheddar?
He's got orange hair, Oz.
What?
He's got orange hair, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so that's been interesting. Rick Skirling out of the house, not so much. But I feel we'll see those guys that were in the house sometime. Soon.
Yeah, see, okay. This was so confusing for me because, okay, so why wouldn't you just like come out and say, "Hey, I'm Rick"?
Because they probably shoot him. He doesn't know. You don't know who you can trust. Like he just came off getting his ass kicked by the governor. For all he knows, they could have been more of the governor's guys.
Oh my gosh, I did not understand that. Especially when he went in the washroom and the guy was there. He's like, he could have just been like, "Hey man, what's up?" No, we have to fucking kill him?
Why was it?
Okay. Like before you kill someone, okay. Like, oh, I don't understand you. Okay, after you kill someone, you can't go downstairs now. They walk upstairs. They're like, why did you kill him? Why didn't you just say hi? Like, why didn't you say hello? Like, you had to kill him.
I think he thought about it, but the second that the two guys started fighting about who was going to lay down on the bed, he realized, okay, these guys aren't good guys.
That's a reasonable explanation.
My question is, why was that guy taking a shit with his pants up? He was still wearing his pants, but he was sitting on the toilet.
Yeah.
In a show about the zombie apocalypse, I want realism.
You know what bothers me? Thinking of pants being up. Quick little side note about preferences in pornography. I like if you're. I'm not a big dick guy, but I hate when the guys like have porn and they put their dick through like the hole in their boxers. Like, you're doing a porno, man. Just pull down your fucking pants. Like, it just bothers me like to see pornos where the guys pull their dick through the fucking hole in their underwear or like pants or something. You're doing the porno, man. Just go all the way, man. Just do it. Just pull it all the way down.
It's getting drafty in here. I don't want my balls to get cold, so I'm just gonna put my dick through.
Just like were you ashamed of your balls? I don't like what's like you're cold. I don't know. Like
the producers are there. Okay, Biff, your dick is huge, but your balls are way too long. We gotta minimize this. We're gonna do a camera angle. Fuck it, we'll just put it through, and she'll do what she does, and you'll get your money. And
yeah.
But you might want to consider some plastic surgery. I've been in the business for 40 years. I know this kind of thing.
Fucking yeah. So message to those porn stars: just fucking whip everything down. This is less distracting. There's just less going on. Just more normal. Just be compliant.
My question is, okay, you know those dancing bear videos where it's like a female strip club is the male stripper and all the chicks are just blowing the guy, right?
Yeah.
The extras to these things, the chicks are to the back. How the hell do they know what kind of shoot they're going to? Okay, a lot of energy. Just need you to clap.
So what do you think happens? There's just plants in there or something?
I have no idea. I don't want to know.
Yeah, or it's just every girl's a whore.
Yes. Or that's what really goes on in every single female strip club.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whereas we can't do shit.
I just I always find it funny because they always have like the elastics on the base of their dicks or something. It always looks funny. It's always just like slopping around. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Maybe this is off-air show comments.
Man, no one listens to this shit. No. It's a tight show.
Exactly. Okay, it's all relative.
You can edit it
fuck
out.
Fuck it, it's staying in.
What else about this? Is a porn conversation.
Fuck it. Let's talk about this on the show then. Don't ask me how, because again, I wasn't looking for it. It's one of those internet rabbit hole things where you go to one site, then you click another link and click another link.
Okay.
The weirdest fucking thing I have ever seen in my life.
Hello? What? It's suspense. Mike? Batch. Bachelor.
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah, it left me in suspense, man.
Okay, so... Wow, that was really fucking weird.
How long did you talk for?
Just 10 seconds. Hey, just listen, you cannot connect to the internet. So, there are reviews, like, you know, like Yelp, like where they, like, businesses can get reviewed.
Yeah.
For berry rub and tugs. Initially, you're like, ew, but you think, oh, that's pretty informative because there are better ones than others, and you want to get the most for your money.
There's Yelp for that?
Well, no, it's a type of page.
So, like, how many are there?
Like, I'm sure there's more that was listed, but there was like 4 or 5 different places with different stars. Then reviews. Like, oh, the massage was good, and then when I get the flip over, I was happy. 5 stars. Very mean, too talkative, didn't want to be there. 1 star. Finish yourself off. I'm gonna have a smoke. But I'm like, wow. I'm like, that's bad, but good, but bad.
I thought you were gonna say something a lot worse.
No.
I thought you were gonna say something like, I don't know. I'm not sure what I expected.
No, but I laughed so hard at that because just for the entertainment value alone. And the scary thing is, one of the ones was listed as the one right around my house.
Where is it? Around your house?
The one by the Dragon Chinese food place. It says foot massage. And it got 4 stars. I'm like, wow, that's fucked up.
Did you go yet?
No, no, never.
Did you get some Chinese and some and a happy ending?
You've been gone pretty long. Where's the food? Fuck, forgot.
He's eating while it's going on.
One chicken ball? No, but apparently it's one that offers full service.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh, people are weird.
Yeah. All right, I guess we're wrapping up, eh?
Yeah, I guess we should wrap it up on that note.
Yeah, you don't have to put any of the porn chat.
Oh, fuck no, it's funny. Nobody listens to the show. We do it for fun.
Yeah.
And if we brighten someone's day, then fuck it. That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, if one person maybe happy. Makes me happy.
Exactly. So if you like the video, click like below, leave a comment, and we will reply. You can email us at
tinytightshow@gmail.com.
Follow us on our social media at
tinytightshow at Twitter. Yeah.
Instagram, yes.
Yeah, just search Tiny Tights and it's alright. And
Tights win fights. Bootista.
I got a poo. I got a boo and I got a poo.
You got a Bootista.
Yeah.
Too much poutine for the Bootista. So until next time, I am Mike Batchelor.
Hey, I'm Zach Selig.
Tights win fights.
I fucked that up. Oh well.
Oh well.